Hi Ivy, welcome to Wednesday, November 26th. It's a very, very special day. I don't need to remind you that it's your birthday. And if you're looking at this in a long time in the future, it is 2014. If you look at it a long time in the future, you probably won't even have the mental capacity to be able to understand when 2014 was, and you won't be able to count that much. And you won't know how old you were. So you're 39, entering your 40th year. I'm significantly older than you, and I have learned many, many things in my life in this 50 years. And one of them I've learned about getting older is that you tend to forget things. And not only do you forget things, but you also, as you get older, you have a tendency to look back and not look forward. And you look so far back that you don't even, you look so far back, you look beyond the time that you came into the world. You look beyond conception, which is kind of weird. I don't know why, but you just do. You look at YouTube stuff of kind of predating your existence in the world. The other thing that happens when you get older is that you lose your faculties. Unfortunately, you lose your memory, you lose your eyesight, you lose your hearing, you lose your capability to kind of move your limbs freely, which I know as a dancer is very important to you. But in the event that you lose your hearing and you find yourself wanting to look back, I've got a little gift for you here now so that you will be able to understand what Harry Truman was saying in his inauguration address, when you desire to hear that again, but you can't hear it. But I'm going to communicate it to you now so that you will be able to fully relive that moment from the past in your future.
Mr. Chief Justice, fellow citizens, I accept with humility the honor which the American people have conferred upon me. I accept it with a resolve to do all that I can for the welfare of this nation and for the peace of the world. In performing the duties of my office, I need the help and the prayers of every one of you. I ask for your encouragement and for your support. The tasks we face are difficult. We can accomplish them only if we work together. Each period of our national history has had its special challenges. Those that confront us now are as momentous as any in the past. Today marks the beginning not only of a new administration, but of a period that will be eventful, perhaps decisive for us and for the world. It may be our lot to experience and in a large measure bring about a major turning point in the long history of the human race. The first half of this century has been marked by unprecedented and brutal attacks on the rights of man, and by the two most frightful wars in history. The supreme need of our time is for men to learn to live together in peace and harmony. The peoples of the earth face the future with grave uncertainty, composed almost equally of great hopes and great fears. In this time of doubt, they look to the United States as never before for goodwill, strength, and wise leadership. It is fitting, therefore, that we take this occasion to proclaim to the world the essential principles of faith by which we live, and to declare our aims to all peoples. The American people stand firm in the faith which has inspired this nation from the beginning. We believe that all men have a right to equal justice under law and equal opportunity to share in the common good. We believe that all men have the right to freedom of thought and expression. We believe that all men are created equal because they are created in the image of God. From this faith, we will not be moved. The American people desire and are determined to work for a world in which all nations and all peoples are free to govern themselves as they see fit and to achieve a decent and satisfying life. Above all else, our people desire and are determined to work for peace on earth, a just and lasting peace based on genuine agreement freely arrived at by equals. In the pursuit of these aims, the United States and other like-minded nations find themselves directly opposed by a regime of contrary aims and a totally different concept of life. That regime adheres to a false philosophy which purports to offer freedom, security, and greater opportunity to mankind. Misled by that philosophy, many peoples have sacrificed their liberties, only to learn to their sorrow that deceit and mockery, poverty and tyranny are their reward. That false philosophy is communism. Communism is based on the belief that man is so weak and inadequate that he is unable to govern himself and therefore requires the rule of strong masters. Democracy is based on the conviction that man has the moral and intellectual capacity as well as the inalienable right to govern himself with reason and justice. I believe that those countries which now oppose us will abandon their delusions and join with the free nations of the world in a just settlement of international differences. Events have brought our American democracy to new influence and new responsibilities. They will test our courage, our devotion to duty, and our concept of liberty. But I say to all men, what we have achieved in liberty, we will surpass in greater liberty. Steadfast in our faith in the Almighty, we will advance toward a world where man's freedom is secure. To that end, we will devote our strength, our resources, and our firmness of resolve. With God's help, the future of mankind will be assured in a world of justice, harmony, and peace.
So yeah, there you have it.
Before
Happy birthday.
I begin